What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, Pitolinmotion. If you are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Ira and I do project management and lifestyle videos. So be sure to subscribe, a lot of content is coming out, and to my lovely subscribers coming back for another video, I appreciate you. Let's get straight into this one. All right guys, so today I'm going to be talking about how you can become a more valuable project manager in 2023. So you might have secured a job in project management in 2022 from hopefully some of my videos helped you out a little bit. Congratulations, you're on the way. But you want to be able to level up fast. You want to be able to get promoted. You want to be able to demand those higher salaries relatively quickly. And the only way you're going to be able to do this is if your organization values you and sees you as valuable. Recently there's been quite a lot of cuts, especially in the tech space. If that is happening in your organization, you want to make sure that when those cuts are coming, they ain't looking in your direction. They're not going to look in your direction because you add so much value that it will be a disbenefit for them to let you go. Anyone could be a project manager, but not that many project managers add value. So I'm going to put you on something that will help you add value as a project manager, so they won't be looking in your direction for cuts. They'll only be looking in your direction for promotion after promotion after promotion. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. Let's get it poppin'. Tip number one, and to me this is the most important one, it is to unblock your team. What do I mean by that? Unblocking your team means making their job easier, allowing them to be able to implement and design solutions easier in order to progress the project. Always remembering that as a project manager, you're not implementing the solution. Your team are, your architects, your engineers, they need to get work done. If they're blocked in any way, shape or form, they can't do that, and as a result the project becomes blocked. Valuable project managers know how to firefight. They know how to unblock situations so that the project can progress. Effectively, they are just really efficient problem solvers. They are critical thinkers, they are problem solvers. A lot of people don't actually like project managers because they just think, oh, all they do is chase people all day, write down minutes, tell us to do things. If they weren't here, no value would be added. And I'm here to say they're not completely wrong. I've seen so many project managers that have been in the game for a lot of years, like more than me, that I'm so sorry, but other than a certified, really accredited secretary, what exactly are you doing to add value to this project? Because I ain't seeing it. A PM that's just seen to take minutes and push paper is arguably the easiest person to cut out, because there really is no real justification for why they should stay. You can show that they need you because you unblock problems. You solve problems fast, you get things moving, you're able to negotiate with people to move on up and to make sure that the project continuously moves forward. In practical terms, what does that mean? That means stakeholder management needs to be top tier. That means negotiation skills need to be top tier, because a combination of those two skills will help you solve problems. Also critical thinking. Make sure you're thinking out of the box for creative solutions for things to move forward. Number two then, how to be a valuable project manager, is to know your stakeholders, know how to communicate with them, know how to get the best out of them, know their needs and wants. Stakeholder management is at the core of effective project management, because like I say in nearly every single one of my videos, I'm so sorry guys, 80% of what you do as a project manager is communicating with these stakeholders. So you need to make sure that you're able to engage them, get them on board, persuade them, influence them very well, and also give them what they need to be able to feed into the project the best that they can. Do not, and I'm going to say this again, do not just get all your stakeholders in a room for a meeting where they don't need to be. That is the most irritating thing ever, and it will really cause your stakeholders not to like you as a PM. A lot of PMs tend to just, you know, want to have a meeting, want everyone in the room for alignment so everyone knows what they're doing, and sometimes that's appropriate, but sometimes the agenda on the meeting is 5 points that don't even have anything to do with the marketing department. So why is marketing in the room? You're wasting their time. Make sure you know your stakeholders' needs and wants, and make sure you do not waste their time. I think that's really key. Also, make sure you know how to communicate with them. Not all stakeholders like to be communicated to in the same way. I learned that very early on in my career, and once I realized which stakeholders like to be communicated in specific ways, I realized that I got so much more out of those particular stakeholders. I'll give an example. I have a stakeholder that I would always email him, and I would get nothing done. Then I just decided, fine, let me start to ping them on Teams. Nothing got done, couldn't communicate. Then I was like, okay, cool, fine. This is really bad and I really need something from this person. Let me just give them a call. Yeah. They weren't doing that either. Until I realized I have to just take my ass up into the office and look at this person eye to eye. And what I needed from them was literally done in 2 minutes. This was a 2-minute job that, unfortunately, unless you catch this person because they're so busy, they're hardly by their laptop because they're always in the lab or they're always testing something and don't have internet connection. That's the reason why they weren't getting back to me quickly. I now know that this stakeholder is never by their laptop, never by their phone. They're always on job doing something. So if I need a little bit of information, I'm gonna have to go to them face to face. That's just a really quick example. There are so many other examples, but know how to communicate with your stakeholders. It will make you get things done a lot quicker, and it will also get that stakeholder on board because you are communicating it to them in a way that they prefer. Also, knowing your stakeholder means knowing who does what and exactly how they fit into your project. As a PM, you might not necessarily know the answers to every question, but you should most definitely know who knows the answers and be able to call on them like that. So you need to be clued up, but in order for you to be able to do that, you need to know your stakeholders, what function they have in your project, and also have that relationship so that if you need to call on a favor, yeah, they will come through for you. Later on, when it comes to appraisals, when it comes to feedback and all of these things, because you have good relationships with your stakeholders, they will give you glowing feedback. I think that was one of the reasons why I also got promoted quite quickly last year, because I had a really good working relationship with all my stakeholders. So the feedback was actually so much more better than I even thought it would be. And that really did help during my appraisal period. Number 3 then is to know how to talk to executives, know how to navigate with the big dogs. So the big dogs are effectively, you know, the CEOs, the CFOs, the people, the directors way above you. Start to think about people that are in a position, maybe 3 reporting lines above you. How can I talk with those people? Because once you're able to get into the room and be able to get a relationship with those kind of people, you in the bag, you are in the value circle. But you're never going to get into those circles and you're never going to be respected in those circles unless you know how to communicate in those circles. For example, when I'm giving a presentation, I know automatically if it's going to an exec, in terms of detail, strip it back. They do not care about your day-to-day. They do not care about those nitty-gritties. They care about the bottom line. What is going to cause this project to slip from the end milestone? If it does not pertain to that end milestone, don't put it in the report. It's actually a skill that took me a very long time to learn, but you need to understand, okay, from an executive point of view, how do they think? And in that way, you'll become more valuable because you'll know how to speak on a level like execs. You'll know how to think on a level as execs, and you'll be able to transport information to them that will be valuable to them. They'll be able to pick that up as much as possible. And this might be a bold move, but try to get yourself visibility with the big players in your organizations. Even if that just means sitting in on a meeting, ask your boss, oh, do you mind if I sit in on this meeting because I just want to be able to learn from people like this, etc. Let them know your face. If there's an opportunity to give a presentation, although it may be nerve-wracking at first, jump at it. Take that opportunity. Take it, because where you have those opportunities, you'll be able to get into the rooms with these people, present, which is actually an amazing opportunity. And if it's done well, mate, they'll remember you. A lot of people don't get into the rooms with the big dogs, not because they're not capable, but because they're scared, because they don't want to take that leap of faith. Instead of thinking, what if it goes wrong? Start thinking, what if it does go right? Hit them with that fire presentation, leave that imprint in their minds. And remember, when it comes to that tricky period of when they want to pick who wants to stay or who wants to go, it's going to be the person they don't even know about before it was going to be you. When it comes to promotion time also, they'll already know your name. They'll already know, oh, okay, this person wants to get promoted. I've seen them before, I know of them. That experience I had with them before was quite good. Let me just sign off this budget. Quick and easy, guys. Number 4 then, and I know a lot of people ain't gonna like this one, is to become more technical. And when I say more technical, I mean to understand the ins and out of the solution that you are delivering. Similar to what the architects and engineers know. There is a reason why technical PMs get paid more than just the regular PM. And it's because they're able to combine that technical knowledge, which is needed to implement the solution which they are delivering more. I've seen that people that are more technical are better problem solvers, better critical thinkers. They're able to see the full picture, also understand where engineers are coming from, but also understand the business side. And for me, that makes you so much more valuable. You're able to challenge your technical resources more, and you're able to push the limits and get people to really critically think, how can we make this solution better? Because you actually understand the solution more. I've always said it from the beginning, as a PM, you do not need to be technical to do your work, because the majority of your work is soft skill based. But imagine if you actually had a really in-depth knowledge about that API that you're implementing, or about that product that you are launching and the technicalities it takes to get it to launch. You will be able to have conversations with the engineers and the technical resources far more efficiently and far more effectively. Things that might have slipped beneath the cracks because of your lack of understanding won't slip beneath the cracks. You'll be able to notice risks faster and issues when they start to evolve, etc. So it does make you more on point, I would say, and far more valuable if you do that. So lastly then, how to become more valuable in 2023 is to do a PM certification. Now, I've recently done a video on this, sponsored by Coursera, to do with, are project management qualifications still relevant? Are they still needed in 2023? Go back and watch that video. But to sum it up, my answer is yes, it is still relevant, it's still valuable in 2023. Remember, especially when you're moving from organization to organization, having those soft skills and being able to demonstrate that you can do the work of a PM is all cool and that, but it's always nice to have a certification under your belt that you can show a recruiter when they're looking for someone to employ. It looks attractive, and also some employers really do care about it. Not all, but some of them do. Also, when it comes down to the shmoneys, i.e. the coins, having a certification gives you more negotiating power. When you have that on your CV, on your resume, it lets people know, okay, she's invested in this and she's up to a certain caliber, he's up to a certain caliber. You can use this to negotiate up your salary, which is, you know, what we're all trying to do here. So do consider doing a project management certification. Make sure it's going to be fit for purpose for the type of projects that you are delivering, and you'll see that it will give you a little bit more value. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. These are the ways that I believe that as a PM you can kind of differentiate yourself from the rest of the people that you're working with. If you enjoyed this video, please do give me a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe. So much more content on the way, and until next time guys, talk to you soon.